Fresh from outrunning the cops, the Flash flashes onto our screens with a flash of genius. With Tom Cruise nowhere in sight, DC Comics has done the impossible. They have out-Marveled Marvel and released one of the most excellent superperson movies ever made. The Flash runs so many circles around Marvel Phase 5 that one wonders if they are watching signs. Here is how Warner Brothers have finally brought justice to the Justice League. All great stories start at the beginning. The Flash is no exception. In Clark Kent's absence, Barry Allen is quickly re-established as the bona fide loser of the Justice League. Unlike Superman, his loser act is not an act. He's a genuine loser, but what he's really good at is cleaning up the trail of destruction left behind by Ben Affleck. This time, not on one of his week-long benders, but playing Batman. The Flash doesn't only babysit Ben Affleck. When the sky rains babies and dogs after a skyscraper explodes, Barry scrapes the sky clean with the governessing prowess of Mary Poppins. Ezra Miller, the babysitter, may have the same ring to it as Pennywise the children's entertainer, but in the case of the Flash, Barry the babysitter is second only to Daddy Drax. When Batfleck is about to Stallone a thug holding an atomic briefcase into Gotham Harbor and turn downtown Manhattan into downtown Detroit, there's only one thing that can save the Batman. A woman, a Wonder Woman, who makes a wonderful cameo to save the heroes and inadvertently uncurl her lasso of truth. Batman admits his ego is far too big, is Bat cosplay a cover for his masculine insecurities, and Barry confesses he's a virgin. If only Diana had borrowed his body when she wanted to sleep with her dead boyfriend. The Flash's dad is still in jail, not for flashing, but for failing to flash his face on historical CCTV footage to clear his name from the charge of murdering his wife. Distraught after court, the Flash runs as fast as he can. He runs so fast that he finds himself in the past saying hello to his dead mom. If all those years ago she had remembered to put tinned tomatoes on her shopping list, his dad would have never left the house for them that afternoon, and she would have never been left alone to get murdered. Wishing to forego the wisdom of every time travel movie ever made, Barry doesn't bring his mother back to the future, but back from the dead. What could possibly go wrong? Everything, according to Batman, but that's not enough to deter the fastest virgin alive. Barry sneaks the tomatoes in her shopping cart, and the rest is the future. His mother and father reunited, roll end credits. Or not. Barry has prematurely ejected, and he comes face to face with himself. His 18-year-old self. But he's not himself. This is a new Barry, a bro Barry, a Barry looking for a bill to go on an excellent adventure. All the Flash has to do is party onto the future dudes. But wait, what's that? There's a storm brewing. This day is not just any day, but the day the Flash becomes the Flash. If this bro Barry doesn't get struck by lightning tonight, the Flash will be ash or stuck in the past. The two Barrys head to the striking point, and bro Barry becomes Flash Barry. And yes, he does flash. It's not a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Virgin Barry loses something. No, not his virginity, but his powers. Now there is no way home for the original Flash. As if losing his powers and not his virginity is not enough, there's a sudden interruption to the TV broadcast. General Zod. And just like in Superman 2, there's no Man of Steel around to save Metropolis from the Kryptonian supervillain. A quick Google search shows that all the Justice League are on Do Not Disturb. Cyborg, still playing football. Wonder Woman, wonder who that is. Aquaman, not even a Little Mermaid. Batman, gone the way of the Macarena. Flash 1 and Flash 2 travel to Wayne Manor, which now looks like the home of the Addams family. Inside, nothing, but someone is here. The fireplace is crackling, the vinyl is playing, food is cooking, and then The Barrys are set upon by a man who looks like Robin Williams in Jumanji and fights like Mr. Miyagi. Only Fast Flash dodges the blows. Virgin Flash gets fucked. After the handsy introduction, Bruce Wayne is shown to be none other than the original Tim Burton Batman. Bruce explains the truth about time travel. Any change to a timeline changes the past as well as the future and becomes a whole new timeline. Ben Affleck, this is not your flick. Please exit stage left. Batman is no longer Batman. He's an old man who just wants you to get off his lawn. The Flashers ignore the old Bat guy, break into his Batcave, and use his Super Bat computer to track down any space pods that entered the space over Kansas. Aha! There it is. The Kryptonian is being held captive at a Siberian black site. But how will they get to Russia? The Dark Knight rises. The Batwing is back.
I'm Batman.
After golden-eyeing their way through the Siberian fortress, they finally reach the prison pod. Open sesame. Wait, what? Where's Clark? Inside there's no Superman, only a weak young woman. I want my money back. The original Flash decides to save her. Outside, ambush. They are surrounded on all sides by the Russian Black Ops. Even Batman surrenders, and then, like a scene out of Peter and Wendy, Superman is revealed to be a Supergirl. Who needs Clark Kent when you can have Kara Kent? She downs the Russian mercenaries like Russian vodka. She shows gratitude for her rescue by immediately flying away. The Flashers and Batman are alone, and now they have to come up with a plan to thwart General Zod and his desire to terraform the whole planet. There's only one solution. Virgin Flash has to get flashed by lightning to get his powers back. The attempts fail because Batman's electric chair gets too electrocuted. But Supergirl swoops in to be a superhero. She flies Flash into the clouds, and he gets lit up like a New York Christmas tree. The Flash is back. General Zod, it's showtime. Forget Superman. This is a new and improved Justice League. 2 Flashers, an old Batman, and 1 kick-ass Supergirl. They go at it like cats and dogs, and just as Supergirl is ready to send Zod to God, she gets a dagger straight to the heart. Zod kills Supergirl and takes a super blood donation to supercharge the terraforming. What? Batman then becomes Kamikaze Man and flies his Batwing straight into Zod's troops. Batman is a dead man. What? Zod wins, and the Flashers lose. New Flash has an idea. Why not just load an old save and start again? If Tom Cruise can do it, why not Ezra Miller? The Flashers try over and over again to save the day and defeat the Zod, but unlike Infinity War, there is not even one alternate future in which they win. Batman, Supergirl, the Flashers, your destiny is to die and lose. Eventually, they run into Future Flash, who looks like a tree from The Lord of the Rings. Virgin Flash has had enough. It's time to accept their fate, but Tree Flash is not about to sprout a change of mind. He attacks, but accidentally kills Flash Bro. At the same time, all of the timelines, all of the Supermans are crashing together, bringing an inevitable end to the universe. Even Nicolas Cage and his giant spider look worried. There's only one course of action. The Flash has to put the tomatoes back. The Flash heads back to the supermarket, and Mom heads back to the underworld. But not without a scene in which she'll be reaching for the Kleenex. Armageddon is averted, but Barry does make one alteration. This time, the CCTV camera is pointed squarely on the Flash's dad's face, and he is freed from jail. No good deed goes unpunished, however. Batman is still no longer Ben Affleck. He's now this Batman. From start to finish, the story of The Flash will grip you tighter than George Clooney's Batcrotch. As Barry Allen, Ezra Miller gives the performance of a lifetime. Despite having no particular gender, Miller is fully believable as a white, heterosexual male virgin. In bro mode, virgin mode, and tree mode, they lives the character of the Flash. Michael Keaton does not miss a step as Tim Burton's Batman. Starting off as a bitter old man with the look of Chris Christopherson, he jumps back into the Batsuit like he never left it. Hearing Danny Elfman's Batman theme sends shivers down your spine, and his never-ending death scenes bring back memories of the NES. Some may say 2 male characters in the 2 main roles is already too many, so Superman has smartly become a Supergirl. She whoops more ass than a whoopee cushion and dies valiantly at the hands of General Zod. Supergirl needs her own super DC movie. The big bad of the movie may be the same big badass from Man of Steel, but General Zod lives up to the encore. He may merely play the Thanos role from Avengers Endgame, but when he is on screen, he's a true megalomaniac menace. A modern movie cannot rely only on the story, the characters, the action, and editing. It needs justice, social justice. The Flash passes. Barry Allen is not a toxic white male. Indeed, he is not even played by a male. Barry is a superpowered incel with mommy issues, daddy issues, and when he finally overcomes them, he is rewarded with a date with Iris West. Ben Affleck's toxic white male Batman destroys the environment, almost wipes out the city, and readily shares his masculine shortcomings with Wonder Woman. By the end of the movie, he has transitioned 2 times and died 1,000. Superman, not a man, not even a cameo. Clark Kent gone, Kara Kent, welcome. Supergirl does not need rippling 6-pack abs, the removal of a mustache, however, she does sadly get ripped to pieces by a ripped general. Supervillain Zod is still very much white, very much male, and very much a speciesist. He sees humans as bugs to crush before turning Earth into a new Krypton. Aquaman makes a post-credit cameo as a loudmouth drunk who wants to sleep in a puddle on the street. The King of Atlantis has a drinking problem. Atlantis, it's time for a queen. After the wonders of Marvel Phase 4, Disney has lost the lead to their archest nemesis. The Flash has hurtled past and put DC Comics way in front. The Flash is a flash of genius, and if it is a harbinger of things to come, the start of a new golden age in superhero cinema. Warner Brothers, Warner Sisters, Warner people, we salute you. Marvel, over to you.
Hi.
You're on your own. I'm Batman.